What's up YouTube, is Bussy and here coming at you with another Versus System 2 PCG unboxing. Today we got Deadpool and Friends here. Um, those of you who know me for a long time, you should probably know that, if you haven't already, that I've been a massive fan of Deadpool since probably about 2009, 2010. Here in the UK, he was in the comic book together with Wolverine, and I used to collect that comic book like crazy. So I'm not like a recent generation fan, but I have actually been a massive fan of Deadpool even before he managed to claim his fame with, thanks to Ryan Reynolds. So, huge shout out to Ryan Reynolds. Thanks, man, for making it happen, and thanks for continuously pushing for Deadpool. He's definitely one of the best anti-heroes in the Marvel universe, and most definitely the most funny, the merc with the mouth. So this is the new expansion format of the 2PCG. If you've heard of it, they are basically going to a story arc concept. The size of this is probably around the size of your usual poker card deck. Uh, Relatively smaller than what we are used to, and of course less cards as well. Got 55 cards in this one release. Like I said, first appearance. Second appearance will be X-Men, if I am right, if I'm correct. And they were planning to do 3 releases per arc, but I think they might have stayed with 2 for the first story arc. But we'll see how this is gonna go on. So let's crack open this bad boy and let's have a look what's inside. And I'm really excited about this, to be honest with you, because I've seen a couple of cards being reviewed and it looks pretty sweet. So if we open this up, first of all, we have all the cards are loose, so there is no additional wrapping. That's it. There is a little barcode in there, if you see inside the box. There you go. We got a small little rule book. What have we got here? An explanation about issues and arcs. You can have a read for yourself. And then if you open it up, it obviously explains a lot of the cards that you find in this expansion. And then there are some more explanation on the back, a checklist, and credits to the creators. Right, so let's have a look what we have in here. All right, first and foremost, I am going to skip a few cards here, put these to the side, and start with Chimichanga. It's the one and only equipment that we get in this release. It's one of a kind. If you spend 4 colors, or you say Chimichanga, 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 the character who has this equipment gains 4 +1/+1 counters, which is really epic. I can understand why it's a one-of-a-kind card. I'm really curious to see how this is going to go down in tournament environments, but I'm sure it's not going to be any issues playing Chimichanga. Yeah, we'll see about that. We got 4 mercs for money. In your combat, you can choose an evil character, and it gets +3/+throw, +3/+0, and when it stuns an enemy defender, draw a card. Absolutely epic plot twist, I must say, because I don't think there are many out there that grant +3/+0 and a card on top of that. We got another one-of-a-kind card, breaking the 4th wall. You basically become a supporting character yourself. And this is why I held back some of these cards there. So you basically get this token. You become a supporting character. You become a leader. You can pick your team designation, and your power and toughness will be your age. So if you're 29, it's going to be a 2.9. If you're 30, well, it sucks. You need to wait till your next birthday. So really sweet. I really like this card. I mean, it obviously brings another level of gameplay into this game. Right, then, getting into the actual supporting characters, we got 4 Shikla, a 7-drop, 7/7 Immortal. When Shikla gets KO'd, you may shuffle her into your deck. 2 wounds, of course, I forgot to say. Eternal Bliss, at the start of your build phase, you may put a character from your KO pile into your hand. If it's a Deadpool, you can put it into the game straight away. That is a really decent card, really. You get you a Deadpool immediately into the game. Oh, we got another one of a kind. So we got a Phantomax here. You can only have one of this in your deck, and he's got a cloning error, special ability. So for 1 yellow, as a reaction, if Phantomax KO'd, you can choose one of these 3 tokens and put one into play. If any of you are familiar with the comic book, that this should make sense to you. So we got Weapon 13, we got Cluster, and we got Phantomax. So they all get basically a double attack depending from whether they attack, defend, or Phantomax if Phantomax attacks the main character. So it's a really sweet card. Obviously, once he gets KO'd, you basically you get a replacement token back, which I think is very neat. Moving on, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 Deadpool. Kill the Marvel Universe. He's obviously missing his left arm, which is a wink to the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. And for 4 colors, you get to KO all other Marvel supporting characters, which is pretty huge. Obviously, most of the cards printed are still Marvel, so you get to do some really sweet shenanigans with this card. It's a mass sweeper basically. Then we got 4 copies of Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Drop 5, going nuclear. When an attacking supporting character KOs Negasonic Teenage Warhead, you can KO that character as well. So a very good card, again, in my opinion. So probably these cards here, so you guys can see what else I put here. Now this is a really funny one. Massacre. Massacre is a Spanish card. So it's got Mercenary and Lethal. A 5/3 for with 2 wounds for 2 drop, and of course it's a Spanish card. Now I've opened this set in my previous video, which I recorded in Hungarian. I was probably laughing for about 15 seconds about this card because I didn't realize it was Spanish, but I think it's super funny. Guess where chimichangas are coming from. And we got 4 copies of Copycat, Genetic Metamorph. Basically gets to copy every time your latest drop, which is really sweet. Until you drop a new one, and then it copies the latest drop all the time. We got 4 Ajax here, washing up liquid. He's got tough and he's got pain tolerance, so it's pretty difficult to KO him. You can only KO him by fatal wounds, whatever that means. I need to read the rules to understand this card a bit better. And we got 4 Slapstick. This is a pretty good card. I can understand this card immediately when I read it again. It's got Mercenary, so you can team attack with any main character. And it's got Cartoon Indestructibility. When Slapstick gets KO'd, put him back into his owner's hand. So jumps back every time into your hand if it gets KO'd, which is really good, and I think is going to lead to some combo decks maybe made as well. Now this is a really sweet card, Hit Monkey. First of all, it's like super funny, Hit Monkey. Mercenary, and it grants +2/+2 to any creatures on your side. So obviously I have an alien deck, and this Hit Monkey is definitely going into that deck. I can guarantee you that pumps all the creatures. This is just gonna absolutely rip that alien deck up. Is gonna break it. Just generally granting +2/+2 to any creatures. Aliens are very tough as well. They usually come with more than 1 wounds. It's just gonna be absolutely amazing. 2/3 with range for 2. Anyway, it's not bad, and of course Mercenary, so you can always team attack with your lead character. And then we got 4 Solo. It's got Solidarity, so you can't team attack. A 1/2 with range, 1 wound for 1, and go solo when a character on your side solo attacks, put a +1/+2 counter on it. So again, this is another really good example of pumping any of your other cards. It's a very good splash, I think, into any decks. Anytime you would do a solo attack, you just get to put a +1/+1 counter on your card. Well, I think there is maybe Dutch in Predator that is really good if it's solo. I'm sure that there's one card that is like one main character that is super good if it's team attack. So this solo is absolutely going go into that type of deck. And then going into our main characters, we got Colossus. Needs 1 to level up. If basically he gets his attack to 6, he gets 1 XP and he gets to level up to the level 2 form. It's got the fastball specials for 1 red. Any one of your characters gets Flight and plus Larry plus 3. If it's Wolverine, +6/+6. This is really gonna push the other Wolverine cards over the top, and we don't know what's gonna come out. Well, I mean, if you follow the obviously the spoilers, then you know what's gonna come out in the second set. But I don't quite know it yet. But I'm sure that even with the old school Wolverine, it's gonna be really, really cool. And of course, we got the new set coming out, so we don't know what's gonna be in there. And then we got River to Flash. If for any reason his attack would drop below 5 or less, it becomes level 1 again. But it's fairly easy to level 1 him, to level him up. So I think it's a pretty sweet main character. Then we got Evil Deadpool, level 1. Basically, for 1 red, evil characters on your side are evil lethal, which means that if they wound the defending supporting characters, then KO it and laugh evilly. And made from discarded body parts. Whenever a player discards 1 or more characters, Evil Deadpool gains an XP. So obviously, granting everybody lethal, which should fairly quickly give him the 5 XP he needs to level up. And then as level 2, again, he keeps evil lethal, and for 1 yellow in your build, you can basically put a good character from an enemy KO pile into your side, but he gets the evil trait. So, for example, Iron Man will become evil Iron Man, which again is really cool. So you get to just basically rummage your opponent's KO pile, bring stuff back onto your side. That's really cool. And then last but not least, we have our just normal Deadpool main character. Whoa, why is that guy so big? Basically, he gets an XP for the total cost equivalent to any supporting character that your opponent drops if you add up their attack, defense, and wound. So just to make that simple, for a solo, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 XP onto that Deadpool. He levels up into level 2, which is, hold on, what does that guy do? Needs 6 XP to level up, gets an XP for each power the supporting character that is dropped by your opponent gets. So solo, we got obviously solidarity and go solo, and the range counts as well. So solo, if your opponent drops solo, that will give Deadpool 3 XP. Again, I think these Deadpools won't have a real issue with leveling up, because it relies on your opponent to drop characters. Your opponent is always going to drop characters because it's pretty difficult to win the game without them. And he's got a level 3 character as well. Wait, what's happening here? Wait, how much is that guy? So he gets an XP depending from the supporting character's cost that your opponent plays, but he's a 6/8 there, on level 3. And why does he need even more XP? Well, guys, guess why? He comes with a level 4 character. 8/10 range, 7 wounds, and he takes over from the idiot designers. So for 1 red in your main, depending how many times you use this ability, you can nerf a character, errata a character, and ban a character for 3 or additional uses. It's got his little message at the bottom. Hey kids, Designer Deadpool here. Nerfing, errataing, and banning is hard work, and I am too tired to explain it all here. Meet me over at the rule sheet and I'll fill you in. So if you want to understand what these things do, check out the rule sheet. And a little bit of an additional surprise is, guess who's looking back? That is so cool. That is so cool. The back of the card, you basically get the viewer peering through the fourth wall. It's just, I mean, honestly, Deadpool is like just the best. I love him so much. So funny, so funny. I immediately want to build a deck around these cards immediately. first and maybe the last characters to get a level 4. I hope that there will be more level 4s to follow. But this little touch is just amazing, and generally the cards you get with this expansion is pretty sweet as well. So try it out for yourselves. If you just really quickly want to know what the errata thing does, you can pause the video here and have a read yourself. Alright, there you go. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I really wanted to post some more content around 2PCG. It's been neglected a little bit recently with all sorts of Dragon Ball content. But, I hope you enjoy it, and I'm not forgetting about the other games as well. So, yeah, if you like this video, then make sure that you actually put a like down there. Leave all sorts of comments, deck ideas, discussions, whatever. How much do you like Deadpool? Do you even like Deadpool? Do you not like Deadpool? Are you looking forward to the new movie? I certainly am. But make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, guys. All right. Peace out, YouTube.